As cliché as it may sound, it indeed is the end of an era, a rather sad one at that. On the second last Monday of September, the world woke up to some very shocking news. British travel firm Thomas Cook had declared bankruptcy after being in operation for 178 years. The news also led to the UK's biggest repatriation since World War II to bring back stranded passengers. But what went wrong? Thomas Cook was brought low by a $2.1 billion debt pile which had been built up around 10 years ago. Bad timing, geopolitical tensions, and increased competition are just some of the causes for its collapse. Let me explain. Due to several ill-timed deals, it had to sell 3 million holidays a year just to cover its interest payments. The company was hit by the 2016 coup attempt in Turkey, one of its top destinations, and the 2018 Europe-wide heatwave, which also deterred customers from going abroad. When did it all start going downhill then? Thomas Cook needed another £200 million on top of the £900 million package it had already agreed to see it through the winter months. Now, as you may know, winter months for the companies that aren't Middle East based are not really ideal because that's when they receive less cash and must pay hotels for the summer services, as was with the case with Thomas Cook. Anyway, this additional request of $200 million didn't go well and torpedoed the rescue deal that had been months in the making. So under the original terms of the plan, top shareholder Fosun, whose Chinese parent owns all-inclusive holiday firm Club Med, would have given £450 million of money in return for at least 75% of the tour operator business and 25% of his airline. Thomas Cook's lending banks and bondholders were to stump up a further £450 million and convert their existing debt to equity. But when the bosses met lenders and creditors in London on Sunday to try to thrash out a last-ditch deal to keep the company afloat, they failed, and the rest is history. Let's talk aftermath now. So, Thomas Cook wasn't just a travel operator. They ran hotels, resorts, and airlines for 19 million travelers a year in 16 countries, employing 21,000 people and generating a revenue of £9.6 billion last year. After the news broke, there was a lot of panic and confusion, especially among the stranded passengers and travelers, but I'd say the company handled it quite well. The Civil Aviation Authority said more than 90% of the 150,000 holidaymakers abroad at the time of Thomas Cook's failure have been brought back to the UK under Operation Matterhorn. So this operation continued until yesterday, October 6th, with around 90 flights planned, with the total cost of repatriation flights being around £100 million. The impact of the Thomas Cook collapse is being felt further afield, with Australian travel group Webjet Limited saying it was 27 million euros out of pocket, and British online travel group On the Beach saying it would suffer from helping its customers and resorts who had flown with Thomas Cook. The collapse could provide a boost, however, to major rival TUI, whose shares surged more than 10% in early Monday trading, and to Europe's overcrowded airline sector, which could benefit from the closure of Thomas Cook's airline. But all said and done, the news has been devastating for not just the people involved, but also to the whole industry for having lost their veteran member from the market. Well, we will continue bringing to you stories from this region and elsewhere, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And of course, like, comment, and share this video.